there's all of that.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Talking Motorbikes, everybody. I am on with the other two guys from this other thing I'm working on, and I've been working on with them called ThrottleSauce. And we're together this time to talk about the recent Golden State Championship at Buttonwillow Kart Track this past weekend. I don't know if you guys saw, but I just have Hawk Bazada jumped into the green room there. Hi, Hawk. I'll get to you in a second, buddy. But yeah, like just really a quick introduction to the ThrottleSauce team. We've got Ryan here with the hat and that face. And then we've got the guy who's usually late to everything, but he does have the fancy lighting. So we have Mark. The three of us make this ThrottleSauce team. You guys want to talk a little bit about what that is? It's not just a logo and a hat, right? Like it's.
God, I hope not. God, this is way too much work for it to be just a logo and a hat.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, ThrottleSauce is modern motorbike media, as we say, right? Like it's
right.
We're taking the motorcycle news and shenanigans industry out of the motorcycle magazine pages, bringing it to the video age. So you don't have to like read stuff. You can just watch us do all the stuff.
We're a bunch of motorbike dum-dums. We don't want to read.
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Mark's got the glasses on. Maybe he enjoys a good read,
Dude.
but I do not.
Oh, I can't even see the computer without him nowadays.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Well. Yeah, so we're adults, basically. We're not.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
We're not those dudes, getting in police chases on the 6 o'clock news.
No,
anymore.
I mean, I think that's actually
Anymore.
like a good point because, like, there's a lot of like the influencer, moto talk and all that kind of stuff. Like, we're not trying to compete with that. We're not going out and like just turning ourselves into a stain on Angel's Crest Highway. We're going to do some dumb things. We're going to do some shenanigans, but like real motorbike heads. And we've got, as I like to say, we've got the old wily vet. I don't know if I'm pointing the right direction.
No, it's me. That's on
the
the
old
wily
vet. And then we've got the guy who knows the bike in and out and is their technical guru.
And he's also kind of fast and hasn't quite figured out why yet.
Right. He does a little bit of racing. And then you have the new guy. The new guy don't know nothing. And he doesn't even know what he's gotten himself into yet. That would be me speaking to myself in the third person. So I think that's a good combination. 3 different perspectives on motorbikes. And then we just go for it.
Well, before I bring Hawk in, let's talk about that kart thing, man. Like, holy shit. We rolled in. I had no idea what to expect. I knew it was Hawk and the guys doing their thing. And I truthfully, like, I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't know it was going to be that good. Like, holy shit, dude. It looked like a national in their paddock. Right?
Oh, yeah. Just trying to get there, getting through all the cars and all the tents and all the people
Where are we going to park,
like,
dude? Right?
Holy heck.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was loaded.
We parked over by the showers, dude, to get and just walk in everywhere. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was like you think about like what that looks like, on a normal track day weekend when we're up there with you. Like it's a go-kart skid pad, no one's there, and then you pull in, and it is it's a mini life-size Moto America weekend.
Oh, dude,
it was crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought that was pretty crazy. But let's get Hawk in here because I could see him like chomping at the bit and stuff. Like he's over there, he's gonna like wrangle some kind of farm life or whatever. Stand by.
Oh, yes.
What's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, Hawk?
What's happening, everyone? Thanks for having me on.
So have you gotten any sleep since that weekend? Because you look like you were kind of busy there, bud.
Yeah, we got in. My son and I got in that night, like 3:30 or so in the morning, and back to it, man. The 3-year-old's always up at like 4:30 in the morning, and get him to school and
ready to go.
Dude, but no, all good, man.
Yeah, I mean, you this was your first event, and you know what? Truthfully, you went through some of the stuff that I wish I could have had a conversation with you prior to the event about being a person who has done that in 2 different race series now, and you went through that stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
You want to tell us a little bit about that, dude?
Yeah, well,
be honest. It's okay. It's this show.
If there's always going to be something, right? That in hosting an event. I have found.
Yeah.
I mean, we've hosted events on our property, you know, dirt track and TT races since 2020. I haven't for a couple of years here, but hosted some at the fairgrounds in Tehama, and so, you know, have definitely learned a lot over the years of hosting at different locations and just sort of the things to cover and the things we've learned. And one of the biggest things is timing and scoring. And
timing and scoring.
Oh, yeah.
That was that. If anything could not work and be a big struggle, that's the one. And it did not work. And you know, that was challenging. But hey, here's the thing: is like we always plan for things to go wrong and have backup plans. And we did the old school manual scoring, and there was some struggles with that, you know, that, you know, you can only do so much with so much man and woman power when you've got that many bikes on track, you know. But anyways, we adapt and overcome, and thank goodness we have such a rad crew. Honestly, I mean, it's a family ran affair. My wife and Bronson and his mom, and I mean, it is like all in-house, and everyone busted out. And we had some other helpers that would pop over to the building on the infield there. And Andy, who, you know, is on start finish, he's been around forever. He's done it, you know, with Brock McAllister, Supermoto USA for years. So he wears a lot of hats. He's a stud. So anyways, you know, that was the big one. Beyond that, honestly, it was a pretty dang smooth event for the first round.
You know what's crazy is the one thing I noticed, and I know everybody noticed it. Everybody, all the participants noticed it. There was a little bit of like Laguna Seca fog action in the morning, dude.
A little bit of fog.
Yeah, that was rough, huh?
I mean, I posted that little clip of James Morton on our TikTok and stuff, and it's like that first lap with James was like, oh my God. Right.
You know,
like,
sort of
because it was like not only a bunch of gnarly guys going at it, like, I mean, it looked like there was 30 people going at it, but also like there was a lot of fog there at the same time.
It was mystical.
Yes.
Guys, write that down.
I was trying to aim a camera down the straight and then turn around and get everyone coming back at me, and they would just disappear into a white mist. And I couldn't track anybody. And I'm like, just aim at the corner and wait for them to all come into view. Like it was like a horror movie out there.
Oh man.
Pretty cool shots, honestly.
Super cool.
Oh yeah.
It's that fine line. I'll tell you what's so hard about it though, is that, like you said, Laguna, right? Every year, and that's how it is. And Buttonwillow, I remember starting to race there back in 99 or so when I was doing the 125 stuff. And it was always that way. And the tricky thing is that we've got to get people on track. We've got to stay on schedule. We really want people. My whole thing is I want seat time. I want a lot of seat time. I know I don't want to be cutting sessions, but it's that fine line of let's get people on track, but safely. Right. And you can't see. I mean, and I know what's safe and not safe. And if you can't see though far enough ahead to where if there was a rider down in the track or something, you can't go out. That's not smart. So, you know, we made it, I think, on track 10 o'clock roughly each day, you know, so we were way behind, but we made time up. And I think all in all, we made the right calls, got people on track safely. There was no incidents. It was sort of like, if you want to go out, you know, is there much to be gained? Yeah. Maybe for some, maybe not others. So no different, honestly, than Moto America. Of if it's sort of crappy weather, you make that call if you want to go out, you know, as long as it's deemed safe enough. And so anyways, it definitely all worked out, you know, with the fog and with everyone being. I was
with your workers, and you could see them. You know, I mean, I do this too. Like, you know, if you couldn't see them, you would have had to stop things. But fortunately, it lifted just enough to where it was still shitty, but you could see, and you could have a safe event. And the weather conditions were the same for everybody, and everybody has to go through it. So,
and it throws a little diversity, honestly, you know, where there's fog or rain or anything on a race weekend. I love that stuff because it's like it's the same for everyone, and you're either good at adapting or you're not, and you're complaining, oh, this or that. And I love that. That's where I shine, is like that rain or fog. It's, you know, as long as your visor doesn't fog on the inside, that's the bad one. Beyond that,
dude, I saw you wiping that kid's visor on the grid. I was like, oh, dude.
Oh,
okay.
Guest star.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man spoke up.
Well, I think it's interesting that, you know, if you had those kind of issues with the timing and scoring, I'll tell you, like, I did not notice that at all. Everything seemed to go very smooth to me. I think you guys did a great job.
Well, just the thing that surprised me so much was how just the machine ran, right? Like one race finishes and the next race is at the grid, and just like the relentless pace of the morning, especially in that fog, was kind of something to behold a little bit, especially given that you guys had to rearrange races and, you know, try to really reorganize the morning to make sure that, you know, the fast guys were on track maybe a little bit later. But yeah, just like the relentless machine of the morning was crazy.
Right on. Thank you. It's good to hear. It's good to, like I said in the riders meeting, and still I'm getting follow-up emails and all. It's all about feedback, you know, really. Hearing what everyone has to say. And I mean, the timing scoring is the one thing, no doubt, that really threw a kink into the program.
It does every program, bro. You're not special. I got news for you, bro. You're not special.
Well, but
every new org that starts, timing scoring takes a shit on them, and they gotta like shift gears and adapt and overcome, right? So
it shouldn't happen.
You guys did it. Like, nobody noticed, dude. Nobody noticed.
Well, some people did, and it's fair. You know, like we literally did everything manually, and we learned that with that happening too, which is sort of a good thing. You know, we learn from your mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes the best way to learn. And so when we're manually scoring, everything worked out. I mean, race results and heat race results, no brainer. That's fine. That's easy. Not easy, but it's definitely all very accurate. But the lap times to set the heat race grid, that's where we were really like, okay, how do we want to do this? Because, you know, some series would do things, and they do things no matter what, of like, we'll just do a random draw. I was like, no.
Points and time of entry. WSMC.
Yeah. When did you pay?
When did you sign up? I'm like, I don't really want to do that either. So at the end of the day, you know, the decision was, let's take lap time. And we did it manually with several of us in there, picking riders, getting lap times. So we had lap time. So at least that's much more fair of, all right, there's the guy who's in the back of the grid compared to the front of the grid, period.
Right.
So that was the best of the worst, if you want to call it, decision, you know.
Best of the worst.
Because otherwise it's like, you know, a random draw, you could have a guy who is 25 seconds off pace at the front. That's not safe, number one. So anyways, little hiccup, but honestly, everyone, I'm just stoked. Everyone was really cool. You know, we definitely had people come up and ask questions, and, you know, about qualifying and or complain about things, which is fine. That's great.
It's valid. They're valid complaints.
That's right.
But dude, when the flag dropped, nothing fucking mattered but getting it done. And they did. And they adapted, they overcame. Like I walked around your paddock, bro. Like I had stuck in camera damn near everybody's face just walking around.
Nice. Yeah.
And like I didn't hear anybody talking about that, bro. You know what they were talking about? The little battle, and oh man, they should have waited to get on the gas here. You know, there was a lot of weird crashes, and people were saying stuff about them making those mistakes. Like, you know, like, oh man, I should have waited to get on the gas before, you know what I mean? Like that's what people were talking about, like from my perspective.
That's the good stuff. That's what you want. That's the race talk, right? And I
did not talk to I don't know about these guys, because I know that Ryan was over there interviewing a lot of people, but like from my perspective, not one person on like, and the guys will probably back me up because they've watched all the crap too already. Nobody mentioned any of that, just so you know.
Right. No. Well, yeah, good. I mean, either way, I'm just overall very happy with how the event went and the turnout and the vibes, the crowd, the riders. You know, it was a really good feeling, you know, of racers and just people at the event. Everyone was really stoking and thankful, and that's important, man, because it's like, if you know, it's the whole thing of if you build it, they will come, and I've done it several times, and from the ground up, from scratch. So first impressions are really important, you know, and setting the tone and being very, you know, open and welcoming and wanting to listen to input, and at the same time, you know, setting the tone of here's how it's going to be. And, you know, I know for me as a racer over the years, you've got to be diplomatic and hear people, but also to lay it down. Like I'm the owner of the series and hosting it with Bronson, and I'm also the AMA, the referee. So my decision's the one that goes in the day. And I know, like, safety's number one.
Right.
And it's cool though. Point being is that it was really cool that I had a lot of people come to me. Hey, Hawk, you know, I'm towards the back of the grid, but I did this lap time. Cool. Bring me your lap time or show me. And we made adjustments because that's what's safe. That's what's right. And hey, you know, I think this or that. That's racing, dude. Figure it out. You know, like blatantly, because that's how it's got to be, and it's going to be. We're not Moto America, so we want to cater to very, very new green riders and make them feel confident to get out there and heard, but then also the pros and let them be heard too. So I'm, anyways, stoked on the weekend, you guys. Really happy with the riders. Great battles. I was jonesing to be out there racing, honestly.
Dude, I was bummed that our guy Mark like wussed out, you know? I mean, like you had him all set up, right? Like he was gonna enter the race and all that. And he had some really fun excuse, but the reality is he just didn't want like to get his ass kicked by a 8-year-old girl. Like that's
of course.
And he would have. And he would have.
Oh, I totally would have. Yeah.
There's kids out there.
I can't remember what her name was, but man, she had the little dinosaur on her stickers and stuff. Like she would have had you covered, dude. Like,
oh man, what the little kid on the pocket bike that was going there, like just sending it in every corner. Mark, you wouldn't have stood a chance, man.
No, none whatsoever.
I would have got absolutely destroyed. It would have been a blast, though.
Apex,
maybe
at Apex.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's what we need to do, though. Here's what we should do. We should get you guys up here, and we'll do a couple days up here on the ranch and do some asphalt training, dirt training. You know, really get prepped, have some fun, get a little wild. You know, some bonfires at night, throw some back.
Heck yeah.
Then we go to Apex.
I think all the three of. I think we're down to make some sauce. If that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
dirty sauce. Make some dirty
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Dirt.
That would be fun.
Gonna be okay with dirt.
Hey man, dirt's for planting vegetables usually, but you know I'm pretty much down for whatever if we're doing it.
We'll get you guys up here. We got to do this. We got to do it soon. The weather's like
okay. I'll have to look at my schedule and these guys probably as well. But yeah, let's do it. Absolutely.
No, I'd love to come up there. I think you got to put us through the same ringer that the camp kids go through, and just
oh man,
just see if these old guys can still bend that way.
Whew, that's the bend that way. That's the struggle. I don't bend that way anymore.
Yeah,
me neither, bro. Like me neither.
No, we'll do the full deal. I just I just had Max up here, Max Toth, and I'll tell you what, we had so much fun. I really hadn't met Max besides at like a training day at Sonoma, you know, on a Monday, and just brief, hey, what's up, man, and on the track. But it was so refreshing and so much fun because I don't ever really get to ride and train with racers, fast guys. Honestly, I spend a lot of days in the seat, you know, just working with new riders or whatever, but not going quick. And that can be like a hard thing to do to reset, to go quick again. But we did the whole deal. We'll do it with you guys. Went to the gym, you know, we do our workout and our swim and the sauna and the cold plunge, and then spent just hours in the seat, flat tracking, just banging bars and nothing.
So cool.
So that sounds like a party. I think the three of us users will end up in traction after, but it would be worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be
you need
totally
like
worth it
you need a week just to.
Yeah.
to recover.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have a quite the entertaining video from that shit. So,
Oh yeah.
Entertaining
right?
will be the key optimal word.
So, one of the, like you were super gracious with us, and you gave us some space next to registration, and we set up kind of like a interview spot thing. And I mean, like you've mentioned it in the writers' meeting, and next thing you know, I think Ryan was filming people and asking them questions for 3 hours straight. He never
Oh
looked
yeah.
up. Like next, it's like, oh my god, like everybody just wanted to talk to us, and
Yeah.
That was cool.
and share their piece. And Ryan, do you want to talk a little bit about like the interviews that you had, and some of the comments that you got?
Oh man, I mean, everyone was great. I mean, I think we did the first one with one of the kind of supermoto guys, and then there was a little bit of lull, and let's bring a kid over here. And I looked up, and there were 15 kids in line.
It's great.
Just waiting to talk. Kids and parents just waiting to get in front and tell their story, tell how they came to be motorbike racing. There was I got to remember their names. There was 2 kids that wanted to be interviewed together. There's a kid wearing the Alex Marquez leathers.
Oh, that little guy. He was so cute. Yep.
And they were my favorite, because like we get on and I'm like, all right, when did you start riding a motorbike? And the kid goes 2.5, and the other kid goes, no, that was an e-bike. That doesn't count. And
It was an e-bike. It doesn't count.
He's like, it counts. Like, that's more like a bicycle. He's like explaining to me now. He's like, no, that's more like a bicycle. That's not really a motorbike. And like, just the raw like enthusiasm for the sport was like, the one little girl just, like, how are you gonna do today? She's like, oh, I'm gonna win.
So
just
cool.
No qualifying that answer. Just, how am I gonna do? I'm gonna win.
I wish I had that confidence. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it was the enthusiasm for me that really like was so much fun to see, of like all ages from, I mean, we talked to everyone. We talked to parents who are just like super into it, and like really spoke highly of just the organization, and also just the camaraderie between some of the folks, like less, parents trying to eat each other, and more just like, hey, we're all here for the same reason. We want our kids to ride motorbikes. We want to grow the sport. We want this to be, success for everyone. Yes, we want to win, but so just awesome.
How about you, Mark?
Oh man, I had so much fun just walking around, getting B-roll of the pits and getting out on track for like the initial starts and stuff like that. Some of the shots just look so amazing, especially that lineup of all those little volleys on those little dudes on the volleys. Those guys hit it so hard. It was so much fun to record. And then I think more towards the end of the day, when the dirt part opened up, I got in there and I got a bunch of slow-mo of some of the guys hitting the jump pretty good. So like, it was just such a neat little event. I had such a good time. It was rad.
Well, what I saw, like, I walked around with my handheld and talked to some, and I talked shit to the riders just to see how they react or whatever. And I'm like, so I asked this little girl, and she was about to go out, and I was like, okay, are you gonna go hurt some feelings today? And dude, the reaction from her was absolute gold. This kid, I mean, she must have been like 7 or 8, maybe. She looks at me, and with the most serious look on her face, she goes, yeah, yesterday they hurt my feelings. Today it's my turn. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was just like, and then, I came in and I caught her like after, after she had come in from the race, and I guess she had won the thing. And so she was like ready to fist bump me right away. She's like, see, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, girl, like that's badass. So yeah, it was pretty neat, man. It was super cool.
It's super, it's really neat, you guys. I mean, showing up like you guys did, I sure appreciate it. I mean, it's great for all of us, starting the ThrottleSauce and starting the new series. And I mean, this is so great. And I appreciate it. It's a lot of equipment. You guys have a legit setup. You guys are good at what you do.
Thanks.
And to interview the racers, the parents, and the kids is so epic because it's like they're gonna say what's on their mind. It's like so raw, and pure, and funny. I mean, like the kids.
Yeah.
My freaking 3-year-old. It's just nonstop. You could just put a camera on her, and it's amazing.
Oh, I did. I did. I actually watched it this morning.
Oh Jesus!
You're about to start the writers meeting. I'm kind of like walking around you, and then I noticed her, so I just kind of panned the camera at her, and she looks at me with those eyes that she has, like those bright blue eyes kind of thing that she's got going on there, and she just like ducked in behind you and grabbed your leg, and I caught that, and I'm like, you know what? That's hilarious.
All the stuff you guys got stuff that no one gets, in my opinion, and that's actually I think what's missing. Getting the relatable behind the scenes, the other riders and racers and families and all that. I don't think a lot of series, whether it be road racing or motocross or whatever it might be, they don't get enough of the rest of the grid and those that go with the rest of the grid. It's just the same. To me, it's the same old people, the same old stuff, which is incredible for the talent level and all that. I get it. And sponsors and manufacturers, you have to. But there's also a lot of other riders on that grid in every other class that are doing so much to show up and make it there, that are blue collar, working so freaking hard. The stories are epic. I'll tell you what. I mean, like we live it. We are a shit show. Like if you saw our lives and, we get there and what we're doing in the nighttime with these kids, and it's just like entertainment is what it's relatable.
Yeah.
So I love that you guys did that, and how much you stoked them out, these kids and adults that are, pouring what they have into it to make it. I know my team, I've got my own team, the team riders, that they're working so hard to make it to that event and then to get interviewed. And it's making making that weekend that much more special for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. Thank you. It's freaking cool.
We're just stoked that you let us in, dude.
Oh yeah, we're having a blast.
You guys are in. I mean, come on. It's so
we're such geeks.
Cool.
Like, I mean, literally
anytime
walking
at the track
around
is great.
Right? Like walking around, and it's like, Rocco's there. Like I've known him his entire life.
He drove all the way from Colorado.
Tanya and Jeff were there and Ezra was there. Bobier's known them. I've known them forever. You know what I mean? Like they tell me every time they see me that like I was the first guy that let Cam ride on a big track. You know what I mean? So like that's like they still remember that era, and talking to them on the reel, dude, meeting legendary Al Sal, like I know who that guy is, dude. That guy walks up to me and gave me a great big hug and told me about what I've got going on. Like, I mean, the paddock is such a giant family, and you walk around and it's like, holy shit, these guys, like, they're paying attention to what's going on. Like, they're not just giving a shit about the motorbike part, but it's everything, So
yeah, and I think there's so many stories, like you said, Hawk, like that, it's not just about who wins the race. It's about like who can just get there. What are you scrapping and scraping and saving and just getting your little team together just to make it there, to line up on the grid, next to Moto America racer, next to national guys, and just being like, hey, I did that this weekend. It's a cool thing, and the sacrifice people make to do it, and just for the love of it. And I think they're, we have like a really cynical world where everything's about pay me this and pay me that, and all this sort of instant gratification. And you have a bunch of people out there doing something they really freaking love because they love it.
Right.
Yeah. And that's become more of a thing of the past, really, because it's not a cheap sport. It's not like just throwing pennies on a run. I mean, it's expensive. So I mean, it is for the love of the sport, and the championship, points, trophies, prizes is just the bonus. If you get that, it's just like, oh my God, I'm over the moon.
Right.
And no, that's and that's the thing about our sport is that it's pretty passionate people, and you got to have some screws loose to do it in a way, I think, you know,
Yeah.
you sort of do. So it's that sort of eclectic, dynamic group, I would say, always over these years since I was young and got into it to now. It's like you still look at this group and these guys like they're a little cross-eyed, and I love it, you know.
Oh yeah, that's why we're friends.
No, totally.
It's like for 20 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you were mentioning your team, you know, the three of us walked around. We saw like I don't know how many bikes were there that had Hawk Mazada camp stuff on them. Tell us a little bit about that team that you've put together, and you know, because it looks like you got 110s, you got 450s, you got you know, men and women and kids. Like what's all of that, dude?
It was a thought that came up on really just after a lot of years of teaching, all disciplines and ages and skill levels and all walks of life. I work with so many different people that are so cool and so passionate about riding. And every time I teach, whether it be right here on the ranch in the yard, but I set goals every session. So when you guys come up, it'll be the same thing. You know, we'll go out for a session for.
We don't all have the same goals though, right?
No, we'll have individual goals, but we do
Just
have.
making sure, bro.
We do have common goals. So like every single session, if it's a 10-minute moto, even we go out, you know, I use dry erase boards. I'm a big like visual, and I got to check things off. Otherwise I squirrel out and I forget everything. So we'll set a goal. And so throughout the process of these years and doing it with all these students, that was sort of my thing. It's like, I have these students that are like, man, my dream is I just want to qualify for Moto America Grid. Like, well, let's do it, you know? And so I've had some students that actually was super cool because I raced against them in the hooligan class, that their goal is to qualify. They come out, we train, you know, and it's really cool to see the progress. They've qualified. Now they're running the top 15.
Hell yeah.
Riders that want to do this. I just want to race this series with you, Hawk. I just want to show up to AFM and, you know, get my license. It's so over the years of all these people having their goals.
Right.
It's like, I'm going to start a team. I might as well start a team and, you know, take some individuals from different ages and different discipline and different goals. And it's a real simple program, is that their obligation to me is once a month, an 8-hour day of training, period. Once a month. So they have to come out to my ranch and or a paved course. And we can split into 2 days. It's a bit much for some riders, but an 8-hour day. So I know that at least once a month, I can work with them for 8 hours and hone in and make sure that I can help them reach their goal. And that's a minimum. Like I would ideally have more, but you know, that's what's reasonable for people who are working and with their kids and whatnot. So that's their obligation to me. And my obligation is to get them prepared to meet their goal. Beyond that, I approached my sponsors and my personal sponsors and said, hey, here's what I want to do. I've got 8 riders, 4 kids, 4 adults. I have an adult team and a kids team. And here's what they're racing and here's what we're doing. And I want these riders to have my sponsors on board. So, I mean, it's pretty incredible. And some of them are kids, so there's more of a potential future. I mean, I've got some fast kids on my team. So is that I wanted to stoke out my riders, you know, help them get in safe gear. So Bison jumped on board and they gave every rider a pretty amazing discount for having no resumes for the most part.
Right.
And KYT jumped on board and gave every single rider a brand new helmet, which even Moto America's rider,
so cool.
Sort of, I mean, it's, you know, DP brakes and you name it. And I said, and I wanted contracts. So I mean, these riders have full blown contracts. So, you know, the kids with the parents are learning how to read a contract. They're signing a contract and they're building their own relationship with these companies.
Yeah.
for longevity. I mean, which is
So you're teaching them lessons in that too. That
trying
sponsor,
to.
That's super cool, dude.
Sponsorship is more than just a sticker on the side of your bike.
It's
Yeah.
So many riders still today don't understand that at all.
Correct.
Right?
And the goal, I mean, it's been challenging time-wise, I guess you could say, just because I'm so busy and they're busy. Some of the riders are from Reno, some are south or a few hours away. So now that we got the first race done and out of the way, now it's, I think, you know, the hardest part is getting ready to go race. Same with all of these riders. But I've got a rad crew. They're a cool team. Yeah. Really, that's how I handpicked them, of just they're neat individuals. You know, they're just good people. They're all very passionate. And I've got talent. I've got, I mean, the kids are rippers. If you guys know Sharon Mowell, the one of the few women out there, I'd say there's, I think, 2 women.
That's the stubborn one, right?
She's freaking badass. But she's an off-road racer. She comes from off-road.
Okay.
And I mean, she's a really fast off-road. And she came out to my races years ago doing some flat track. And I was like, oh man. And she came and did a day of training with me. And she's just naturally talented. And she's got that mindset. She's no joke. I mean, she's got it. So, and then Cassidy, he's a flat tracker, TT guy, and supermoto. I've got just a good diverse group. And then the young kids, and then another kid who's a local. I've got 2 locals. So anyways, it's just been really fun for me. It's a thing of just passion for me. I've been wanting to do this. I like to see riders progress and hopefully help them reach their goal. It's a lot of work for me. It's definitely not about the money. It's something I hope will build into more. Like, I want this team to build, and we meet our goals or have fun in the process. And they also too have an obligation to stoke out these sponsors. So I have 8 riders representing my sponsors. So there's a whole thing to it. I thought through of, I'm going to have fun doing this. And the sponsors that jumped on board don't just have me, they have 8 riders, and they're really good people representing these sponsors, and they represent me professionally. So it's fun. It's new. Obviously after round 1, we've definitely got some things to work on track, off track. And that's what it's all about.
So I'm just going to check in with the guys. You guys,
well, so I want to talk a little bit, because I think like what you're doing and what Hopper's doing, and, you know, with Apex, it's, for me, like I was not a motorbike kid. And a lot of that had to do with access. Like there wasn't a lot of access to go-kart tracks that you could ride a motorcycle on, or, you know, flat tracks or dirt tracks. Like, you know, people near me were kind of drag stripping cars. And then even when I was living in Vegas in Southern California, when I moved here 20 years ago, like, where do you go to do this? And I think like that's a huge bottleneck for this industry, is getting people in the door. Yes, it's expensive. A lot of youth sports are also very expensive. Hockey's expensive. Oh yeah. You know, lacrosse is expensive. Yep. But it does feel like, you know, every school in America has, you know, a hockey, football, baseball team.
Yeah, we need to have like we need to have like youth motorbike racing teams. Like,
hey, but that's kind of like what you're doing, right? Like that's kind of
totally.
That's what you and Hopper are doing. Like, going to get these kids, go, hey, there is a local team you can join. It's not just everyone for himself. Like, and I think that, you know, the quote is like, making it as affordable and accessible as humanly possible. It's not going to be free, but it is going to be possible, hopefully, for a lot of people that wouldn't be possible otherwise.
Accessibility, you nailed it. All that you just said is spot on. And that's the goal of, with my team and with this series, is exactly that: accessibility and turnkey. Everyone I've spoke to, and I you know, honestly, I need to make a video, or have someone make a video, because I'm not good on video, of like, here's all we got to do to come out and race. And the way to do it is to go set up at a motocross track, because everyone rides dirt. It's accessible. There's usually tracks everywhere. You just go buy a bike off the showroom floor and you go ride it, race it. So I want to go set up at our local track and say, here you go. Here's a TTR 110 bone stock. And then here's a TTR 110 with just the wheels and tires. That's it. And show people, here's what you do, you know, and help guide them. Go to 73 Motor Parts to convert a mini bike. because that guy's rad. Here you go. Turnkey, he'll dial you in, just get some wheels. For a big bike, here's all you need. Line them up. Like, you got to help because, like one of the kids on my team, the parents don't know anything about it. And it's a process. It's really confusing. So you got to help make something really a template and turnkey to get the masses involved, because I don't think it's kids want to go fast. They want to jump. They want to go through mud. That's what I've learned, period. And they're stoked. So if you go set up at a motocross track and say, here's the bikes, and on this date, I've already offered it, but I'll do free demos. Sign a waiver. I got leathers. I got helmets. I have everything you need. Come on the paved course and go. They're going to be stoked and be like, Mom, Dad, I want to go do that now because I want to go fast. It's pretty much inevitable.
Right.
And help them do that on a dirt bike, and then the next step would be, an volley and all that, because it's the same. It's an upright position, straight bar, leverage. It's so easy to ride them. It's a direct, conversion over. And then you get them, okay, here's no volley. Here's a proper sport bike. So we have to help the process. And that's what's missing also. I think Hopper's doing an amazing job. I mean, it just takes a lot more people, boots on the ground doing it,
What I
totally
see,
see that.
what I see too is, and it, Hopper talked about it when we had him on the podcast like a year ago or something. One of the biggest bottlenecks too is like the organizers don't want to work together. They're so concerned with keeping their little tiny piece of the pie that they're not really down with helping other orgs because they think they might lose that slice of pie. But when they,
true.
But you and Bronson and Hopper working together, dude, it's just y'all don't even give a fuck. It's okay, well, this is our event. This one's his, but we're all doing the thing. And
gotta collaborate.
I think Tyler had something else going on, but I would imagine at the events that Tyler's going to be at, Tyler's going to be right there in the mix with you guys, right?
Yeah, this is all collaboration. I think a lot of the time, I personally am all about collaboration. Sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
You don't have the actual manpower or the capital or the whatever it might be to collaborate. So that was my whole idea with this series is bring on guys that, first of all, I trust, that I know well, and they're really obviously have huge experience. Number one is racers, because I think that's key. Racers need to be a part of a series or run a series because safety. Right away, I can look at Bronson. We look at each other throughout that whole weekend. It's like we hardly have to say a word. Like, hey, what do you think? Yep. And we trust each other. Bronson's
100%
done it as a racer, and he's got a good head on his shoulders. He's young, and same with Hopper and Tyler. So I just thought if I could bring these guys on board, and then the other part of it was geographically speaking. It's a California championship, so for me to try to get down to Southern California and get to these places before the season starts, I got to go see tracks. I've got to build tracks. I need to find local sponsor money, and it's just too much for year number one. So that's the other part of it is Tyler's in Petaluma, Sonoma, and he's got a big, and he's a stud in that area. And same with Bronson and with Hopper. So it just was a no brainer. And they were right away yeah, let's do it. I mean, it was hardly any much detail to work out. And it's a natural thing that I think we're all on the same page of just help grow the sport, period. And with the youth, and so far it's working out. I mean, Hopper to come up there and show up. I mean, it's pretty darn cool. Like I said, the rider, if we were in Europe, that guy would be getting mobbed. I mean, he's John Hopkins,
right.
Even
though let's just point it out, Mark didn't even know who he was. Who's this Hopper guy?
And that's America, but that's America. Most people in that paddock don't know who our top racers are or world level racers are. It's just
not everybody was at Willow when Hopper was running Formula One on a TZ250 like us, right, Hawk?
Pretty amazing. Yeah. Right? Well, I appreciate it's pretty cool again. that guy, I mean, we got to race against each other and got some pretty cool memories and hang time together. But for him to show up and do it, he's in the trenches, boots on the ground, and that's pretty darn cool for him to be doing that. He's truly caring and passionate about the sport. Is he making much money doing these things and at these events? I doubt it. It's passion.
Probably not. Yeah.
And that's what it takes. And same with O'Hara. I mean, anyways, rad crew. I think we've got a powerhouse crew, and year number 1, I think we're gonna really blow this thing up and continue to grow it. And I'm excited, really. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. How about you guys?
Yeah. It is an awesome event, and I mean, like, I'm stoked to go to another one. To be honest, like, just
that's cool.
Like the variety of bikes, the riders, personalities, and seeing, like you said, like everybody's passion for the sport and just getting in and my only question: did we find out who the douchebag was that drove his truck through the course? Did we get that guy?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, it's sort of funny. Okay, so check it out. I didn't know who it was. All I knew is that while I was still working super late night, there was a truck stuck, and I was over it. It's like, dude, I'm not even dealing with that right now. I'm gonna knock someone out. And so in the morning, I go out and inspect the track. I'm up at 4 something. I'm out on the track at 5, and with a flashlight, there's mud chunks on the track, and it was a mess. It was really a mess. And they're not like you already have because the last session is dirt, right? So you've already got a fine layer of dust on the track. And then you've got the moisture, which turns to a not ideal,
Film.
but yes, in a muddy silt. So I already had a plan with the track, guys to get out there and do their sweeper and all that stuff. And but then the mud was there, and when you can't kick it off with your boot easily, that's a problem.
Right.
So I was stressing. I was like, man, like, I'm not going to go out there and freaking shovel this crap. I've got all these other things that I have to do. So anyways, during the riders meeting, I had mentioned it, I truly didn't know who it was. And I wouldn't call someone out anyways. That's not cool, but I was not happy. And right after the riders meeting, that guy came up to me, and it was comical. He's one of the old guys, one of the vets that's been around a long time, and he was trying to do something good of wheel pack. So I appreciate that. And he's like, "Look, man, I was out there the week prior trying to get loads of dirt brought in for the dirt section. This and that." I was like, "That's cool, man. Thank you." And he's got a son who's in it. Like, he's not just a Joe Schmo. I mean, he was trying to do something good, and I appreciate that. But it was a foot deep of moisture underneath. You can't do anything about it, but you could take a little excavator or a mini or something like that and scrape it out. That's all you could do.
Yeah.
So all good, man. I mean, like, it ended up being funny, and at the end of the day,
I think your words at the writers meeting were like, you just kind of pointed and go, so like, get a shovel.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, dude.
Yeah, no, totally.
Awesome.
Go get a shovel.
Yeah.
We're not like a crew that has paid employees to where we have a crew.
Right.
But it was cool. Again, it's like, it's sort of homegrown, and like I'm no BS. Like, I'll call it how it is, and like, don't do that stuff. That could have been catastrophic to where that dirt section was not usable. Period.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So lessons learned, and but he came up to me, and all good, handshake with like a handshake with I want to freaking knock you out sort of thing,
Yeah.
And but
there were some undertones in that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. At the end of the day, he was on the podium, and he got his trophy and his stuff, and I gave him his cash that he won, and he's like, "Hey, you want me to go out and do some wheel packing for you?" He's like, "Yeah." It was rad.
That's how our sport is, though, right?
It was great. It was so great. Now we'll be one of those guys that'll be that forever. We'll give each other shit. So totally good. Yep.
For real.
Right on. Mark?
Yeah, I mean, the idea of maybe putting something together for building up a supermoto, I think that's genius because I went through all the same problems. I took my kid to M1GP back in the day for him to learn, and I ended up going with him because he didn't want to be alone, and I absolutely loved it on a little 50cc with the street tires on it. So, and it took me forever figuring out where to buy those tires, how to even install them on the bike, and I took them out to the kart track myself. And we ran that whole gamut. And I'm actually about to do the same thing again with like, I think I have a new Kawasaki KX250X. And I was thinking, I've already bought the rims. I just haven't figured out how to do the tire sealant. So I think that's pretty cool, like to build that. So I would love to just go watch a video and be like, oh, okay, cool. This is how I do it real quick. Like, let's get her done. Let's get on the track because that's what matters. Like,
he's probably going to make that video.
You know, because it's not easy. Hey,
no,
I've been around this sport long enough. I mean, in and out, but around it long enough. And I'm definitely not, for as long as I've raced, I'm not the guy who is building the bike from ground up. I've never owned a race bike in my entire life, entire career. Never. I've ridden teams bikes and, you know.
You owned that Jordan bike, buddy, because I remember you had it for sale.
That was given to me. I sold it. I did sell
You did
that.
own it, though.
Yeah. But I didn't build it. I didn't build it.
Okay. There you go. You didn't build a bike.
I know how to wrench on things, but I've not like done these bike builds and, you know, so for example, I took a little 110. I've got a fleet of these TTR 110s and 125s, and I converted one. So I've got now an asphalt bike, you know, to put kids on. My son raced it down there this last weekend. And I'll tell you what, just to convert that little thing over, what it would have cost.
Right.
And how do I get this and how do I get that to adapt? It was confusing. So that was my example. I'm like, I would have spent, 73 Motor Parts sponsored the wheels and the spoke kit and all that stuff. Yamaha sent me the hubs and all the everything. So I didn't spend a penny. It would have cost me like $1,500
easy
for the hubs, the spokes, the wheels, the tires. That's a lot of money. I mean, to me, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right.
And the time to go about how do I do it? So we should workshop an idea of how do we make a video? Because I'm not that guy. You guys are good at that. How do we make a video to convert this stuff? Junior 50, stock 50, stock, 110, that's your GP, Moto America Mini Cup classes. Make a video. Here's what we need. Go to these guys and they'll line you out, because I think that's the biggest thing. And for me, I was like, man, that was way too challenging to convert that little bike over.
How to go motorcycle racing for dummies series.
100%. That's what we need. And then link that video or a little picture of that bike with just the basics with, here's a link to this company for tires and this for hubs. And we put it on my website. And, because it's
I think
hard.
I could see the smoke coming out of Mark's ears.
I know.
Already thinking
I know.
of that.
Where's
I need notes.
Where's the shop? Where's the shop that can put that new racer kit together and source all that stuff?
We've got them. We've got. That's the cool thing is that 73 Motor Parts. The guy Vernon, he lined me out. I literally talked to Vernon and I sent him an email, and I said, dude, I don't know what hub parts and all the internals that I need. It's too much, because Yamaha just said, Hawk, order what you need. We'll cover it. We'll send it to you. And I go to Yamaha and there's all these arrows. Nope. I'm cross-eyed. Not happening.
Yeah.
The Vernon, so 73 Motor Parts, he's the mini bike guy. He's like, hey, Hawk, here you go. He emailed me. Here's everything. I sent that to Yamaha. I got a box. Spot on. He's like, dude.
Nice.
So
maybe I can talk with that guy at some point.
Vern is the man. He's like, he's the mini bike guy. And my stuff, I'd order something and it was shipped out the same day. Like, what? I had it in 2 days,
That's crazy, man.
That's awesome.
But that's what we need but all of them, the mini bikes, and then your 250, the 450. Line people out with these certain companies who that's what they do, whether it be the wheels, the tires, the spacers, all the stuff, to where I promise you, and I know, and we need the grids to grow. That's going to be our next 20 to 30 more riders the next round. It's just helping them get into
totally.
it.
Just making that, and I say this a million times anytime I'm preaching the gospel of motorcycle racing and MotoGP, of like, I think sometimes people in the sport don't understand the barrier for entry, to people outside the sport. And it seems like a no-brainer. Oh, you just go racing. There's a barrier for entry for a lot of people to even put motorcycle racing on their radar, let alone go and spend the money. And they have it, but you just have to make that barrier for entry so much easier than it currently is. So I mean, it is why partly what you are doing and Hopper, what they're doing at Apex, like that's like step one, right? And it does feel like step 2, 3, 4, 5 is all the things you're talking about.
When you go, your kids play ball sports, you go get them their cleats, their shin guards, a soccer ball to practice. Right? You go get the gear number
the cleats, the bib, the jersey, the helmet, the heart rate monitor, the power meter.
It's so much. This isn't a ball sport. There's a lot to it. Be it learning how.
It's more complicated than put some shoes on and kick a ball.
Correct.
Right.
We got to help that process. We have a lot of knowledgeable people who are down to help. I mean, it's basically volunteering my time. I mean, go do a demo day, make some videos, put it up on a website, but once we do it, I think hopefully enough people will start learning, go to this person or go to this website, go to this. And it's just that, like you said, it's that how to get into it for dummies thing. That's what we need.
Yeah. Like we're doing some stuff at the TrackDaz, dude. Like we got an event coming up in April. We've actually done this before with Yamaha. And it's like a get to know your bike event. Like anybody that knows my company, like we've been in the race, we've been sucking people into the sport for years, pushing people through. Like, I mean, by like probably thousands of racers have come through our program over the years now. And truthfully, like the one thing that, we kind of focused maybe too much on was the racing part and not like the beginner guy part. And so like we have an event weekend in April where it's like, get to know your bike. And so there'll be an extra group that, I mean, it's like brand new. Like you barely figured out how to ride your bike. You don't have leathers or anything yet. And so we're going to have like a higher controlled group for that. And, go through the braking stuff and go through like how to blip the throttle if your bike doesn't have all that nanny shit that we've all know and love. And because we're movie bitches. Right. But, even as simple as like the wheel button or whatever it is, you know what I mean? On the stalker, like there's so many things you could work with the bike. And some of these people, they just come out and they're like afraid to come out because they don't think they have this, that, and the other to even come. Right. When in reality, I mean, you can just like put gas in it, and go.
And
right, Ryan?
Fun.
Yep.
Like Ryan's bike's probably like the stockest bike at the track day typically. I
have a sticker on the gas tank to keep me from stuffing the gas tank. That's about as much of the mods as this betting's gone on.
That's my style. Right. That's what I do. Stock. Right. I own is going stock.
Yeah. So like the whole goal with this is to try to grow the sport from like that ground level, and then eventually steer those people on the path to racing. Like that's always my goal. Like I just want people to go racing, like if they graduate and go racing, like I feel like I did my job, So yeah.
For real.
Seems like we're on that same sheet of music there, Hawk.
Yeah, right? I mean I love racing. I mean that's my jam.
We're morons, basically, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is it's easy to skip over. If I have a choice, and this is where I've over the years changed my business plan year to year to year. If I have a choice of who I'm going to work with, what I'm going to focus on, it's racers. Yeah. Because I love it. Because I get to get that racecraft and that's what I love. But then that's not the main demographic. New riders, street riders, people getting their M1 license, your weekend warrior cruisers, that's the demographic. Majority racers are a very small demographic. So, and they're cheap. Racers are cheap. We all are. I mean, like you're going racing, your pros are the worst typically. When you host an event, the pros are the worst. They want things comped. I want it for free. I want this and I want that. And that's fair. That's your racers. So we've got to cater to, I've learned, got to cater to more of the beginner riders, and that's where I know most of my students are all beginners.
Well, also, if you focus everything on the racers, you don't like backfill the sport.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I used to work for a PR firm, right? They used to do this like stupid meetings about the funnel, and you got to be constantly putting new business into the funnel because eventually everything you have in the funnel will drop out the bottom. And if you don't keep filling in, you know what I mean? It fits. It still fits,
Sure.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I think it's really cool that what you guys are doing. You guys, what do you guys think?
Oh yeah,
like I said,
definitely,
I like
100%.
more.
Heck yeah.
So we're about an hour in this. Like, I mean, we could talk about this forever. I mean, I've been on with Hawk before. Like, we could do like 3 hours of this. The reality is, let's keep it tight, right? And any final thoughts from the ThrottleSauce Peanut Gallery here on the Golden State Championship?
You first, Mark. I talk too much.
You talk too much, huh? I love it, man. I think it was great. I think you guys looked very professional out there. I did not feel like I showed up to an event that was the first time. So, I mean, kudos. That was amazing. Yeah, I loved it. I didn't ride, and I was excited to be there, and I'm looking forward to going to the next one. And maybe I'll have a bike in that one.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you,
think Mark has to have a bike in the next one.
Right.
We can help.
We make that happen.
Yeah.
No, I'm stoked to come out again. I had a great time just kind of walking around. I mean, I think we'd already said it a million times, but just like the atmosphere of the people out there, the love for the game, just happy to be out there and get their laps in. I mean, if you were to walk around, ask people, like I think you said this, Hawk, of like, what was everyone's biggest concern was seat time. Oh, is our race going to be too short because the fog? Is we going to like that was people's concern, because they want to be out there riding. Yeah, and it just gives everyone another opportunity, especially like we've got kind of a crazy. I mean, we got a lot of people in Southern California, Central California, Northern California, a lot of human beings. Yeah, and a lot of them have bikes that they want to get on the track with. So giving them another opportunity, fantastic.
Yeah, right on. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. My thoughts on this subject are, basically echoing the other guys. I just think the footprint that you guys had in that paddock, I mean, all I can think of is just nothing but positive for the sport overall, and the mix of people from, little kids to like hobby, gentleman type racer types to like talented youth to pro guys, I mean, the battles with Ezra and Rocco were
epic.
Just awesome. Gnarly, I couldn't take my eyes off it, like it was epic, dude. So like, good for the sport, positive things, and watching you guys all work together and make it all work, like nobody saw the drama that you guys were experiencing behind the scenes, which is it's a huge testament to like what you guys have built there. So congrats on that, buddy, and congrats on that. Just a massive, because there were so many from NorCal, I'm going to say it, the hella big turnout, Yeah.
Wow. That's Bakersfield.
Yeah.
No, dude. Dustin's done this for so many years. Hella. Dustin, we don't say that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
a bunch of people said that to me
thing,
while I was on camera, bro.
2000. This is a dork.
Yes, 2000s.
Yeah, I'm a dork, dude. And it was not the 2000s. It was the early 90s because I lived in NorCal back then.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, so are we going to
was born after that?
You guys? So do you guys think you'll make all of these?
I don't know. I mean, we
I'll
have
try.
conflicting stuff. Like, I mean, I have a track day, I think, on the March one, but I think Ryan was talking about going to that one.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get out there for the Apex one. It won't be the same footprint, obviously, because I won't have my support system out there. But get out there. And I should say, like, thank you for the amount of access you gave us that day, and just
you guys,
telling everyone what we're doing and what we're. I mean, like I said, we had them lined up.
Yeah.
So I super appreciate it.
I'm just, like I said, I'm so appreciative you guys come out there. That's a big effort, for you guys to show up and set everything up and to do that. I mean, that's again, it's super neat for me. It's super neat for you guys. We can just again, help each other, grow our new entities. Really, I mean, it's awesome, and it helps grow the sport. So,
you're like, just don't get in the impact zone. I was like, bro, I'm a racer. We'll be fine, dude.
So that was about it. Hey, I will have some photographers, videographers come out to events. I'm like, hey, you got to put a vest on. Let me show you where to go, and just dude, they don't know, and they will stand in an area. I'm like, one mistake, you are cleaned out. Yeah. So scary. So, I mean, I know you guys know what you're doing, but that you got to mention it because some like,
yeah.
The second you don't mention it is the time someone.
Correct.
Yes. So Hawk, final thoughts? You want to give the rundown of how people sign up for this Golden State Championship thing? Thank some sponsors, that kind of thing.
Yeah, please.
Pimp us out, dude. Tell us your plans.
Well, now we're moving forward to the next round. I already Bronson and I have been cranking on the back end to get all the results now submitted to Moto America. It's all these requirements with their stuff, which is so cool. Having Moto America be Sorry.
She's like, I don't want to be on camera.
My wife's the one doing the door.
Yeah. We saw your kid doing laps around the house earlier, bro. It's okay.
She was a little naked midget momming around. But yeah, so we're just getting everything submitted to Moto America right now. All the results are now posted. So everything will funnel through hawkmazzatomotocamp.com, the website. So all results, for those who don't know who are watching, but or do watch the video. Nice. Look at you guys.
Oh, right there?
It's got right
there.
That was sick. Click Golden State Championship and then click results and standings, and they're all there. And if you want to register for the next round at Apex, we will have that. Right now it says coming soon. We'll have that open very soon. And then same thing with all the updates on the website as far as details for the next round. We are going to be right away, while everything is fresh in our brains, updating things that we know need to happen and implement now. As far as tech inspection, I kept things pretty loose for tech. A lot of people, which I like, they were asking, what do we need to do? And so we kept that really open and loose of not detailed crazy stuff, because a lot of people don't know how, again, and that'll turn people away. So the next round to round, we're going to start implementing more safety things and make things a bit more just high and tight. One of which is the biggest thing, because we had a hand score, and no matter what, transponder is working or not, numbers, man. We could not read numbers. Even if it's hey, so-and-so oil, you can't see a number when you got a yellow number plate with a yellow freaking number on it. It's ridiculous. Right. Or they're this big. So that's a big thing for me, all of us. We're like, okay, now we're gonna get something out. Our goal is by next week to have a lot of things now on the website of requirements, so it gives time. But just white number plate, black number plate, white number, period. It's going to be a requirement, so we can read. And it's anyways, that's one of those things. But so everything will be through the website, and beyond that, just continue to we're going to have some meetings with the boys, and just workshop some ideas, some other new things, keep implementing and bring things that haven't been brought yet. Dirt sections, some cool unique things that is fun for Supermoto. Find more sponsors, find more money to be able to give out to those podium finishers. I like to pay. I'll tell you what, speaking of sponsors, but I like to try to spread the love throughout, period. So it takes a lot of money to do that. You have 16 or 17 classes. It takes a lot of money to give much of anything to 3 finishers. But I think it's a really cool thing to do, because everyone's making an effort to be there. And I saw that this weekend. My personal sponsor, Redwood Pipe and Drain out of Santa Cruz, Mike Miranda. I met him through him just signing up his daughter to come up here and take private lessons with me a couple of years ago. And I worked with her, his daughter, for a while, and he's just a rad guy, and he ended up being his personal sponsor of mine. And he's just a passionate dude about the sport, loves it, showed up to this event, and he kicked down $1,700 cash on the spot. Wow. So that we could give every podium finisher, we did 50, 30, 20 for every podium. I mean, that's like, heck yeah,
that's
it is.
Awesome.
And that doesn't happen often. So, and you see people light up, you know, parents, kids, when they come up and get trophy stuff and you hand them cash, they're like, what? You know, I mean, hey, $50, $50. That's so that's a big thing, is to keep pushing this thing, to grow it to where, and that's on the back end. All the work I do is that finding sponsors, finding money, and partners to where we can have safety things. We can, you know, have better, not say time and square, but just more to make it more professional, to mimic. I always say, I want to mimic Moto America. I want to make this thing a stepping stone to Moto America, make it just legit as can be over the years. I want a TV package. I really want in the next year or two to have a full-blown TV package, something like with you guys, that you're interviewing riders. We've got interviews happening at the podium, your pro classes, maybe even have tire warmers on track, on stands, interviews. That's the goal. That's the vision.
That's awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
It all takes money, but beyond that, thank you to sponsors. There's a lot of them, but Trackhouse, I mean, they're my personal sponsor. They help with everything that I do. They're supportive of the future and the kids. If you don't know who they are, check them out, trackhouse.com. I mean, they are, you know, the mecca of motorsports. Our American GP, Iogura, he got the hat. NASCAR, they've been the ones to break barriers. It's pretty incredible what they've done. And Justin's a good friend of mine, the owner. He's young, he's so smart. They're passionate about racing. KYT, you know, they've stepped in and gave a helmet. They've raffled a helmet off at the event. They're going to do one every single event, brand new helmet. Bison Leathers, you know, they've supported me massively. They support my team. Of course, Redwood Pipe and Drain, and Bike 911. You guys sure know who he is, Alex Asante.
That's everybody's race lawyer.
Yeah, he's the go-to guy. We've all used him, and
we all use Asante, man.
He's a stud. He's supporting the series, and Venom Aliki, she showed up, you know, and supporting every single top 3 finisher with like undersuits and discounts to all kids under 14 years old. They also have and Kimmy, she does a NorCal mini moto thing up here. She showed up. They just volunteered their time. They have their, you know, with CRA, the other series. So it's a great example of collaborations. You know, we're working together. I want to help grow CRA. They want to help grow my deal, get more kids into it. They have the bike, or I could be wrong, Bike 411.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Same sort of thing we were just talking about.
They help people out with tech and getting their bike ready, drilling their bolts and all that.
That's,
you know,
and Aliki.
Absolutely awesome. Same thing. They have that vision of helping people get in the sport. Anyways, list goes on and on with sponsors. I'll send you a list. We can post out there. A lot of supporters. Moto America, you know, for supporting me on the deal with the qualifiers. It's very cool of them. Dunlop, they kicked down money reimbursement towards insurance, which is helpful because that was outrageous to ensure that event. And who else? What else? USMCA, you know, they've been supporting me. I always tell people go get certified. You know, I have been for years, and you get stuff in return. They're helping our sport. They backed me on some stuff that I really appreciate. And AMA, you know, AMA gives back to sport. We are AMA. We're going to build this. Hopefully, bring Supermoto back for them. So. A lot of partners, a lot of things to do and grow here. It's exciting.
Well, for your first event, I mean, the grids were so big. I was just impressed.
They were pretty solid.
Like,
I'll tell you what.
It was solid, dude.
Yeah.
And
so
then, you know,
the youth grids, we got to grow. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
The small bikes up to adult mini was pretty solid, but
Yeah.
We got to grow these kids' grids. I wasn't stoked on those numbers, but again, that is us educating and help get people into it. That's what we have to. That's on me. That's my job to do that and start helping. So beyond that, the grids were solid, man. That's a lot of guys going to turn one. and gals.
Yeah.
And I would be
Please
I'd
get
be
too sick. Please get too
super
sick.
disappointed if I didn't talk to you and have you talk to my audience here, or our audience here, about your puzzle trophies. Tell me about the puzzle trophies.
How cool is that?
Because I unboxed them all and I was like, holy shit, is this like, oh, okay. Like, so
Yeah.
walk me through that, because like I'm sure that people want to hear about that.
I know. I don't know if we even explained it, to be honest, at the riders meeting or during podium ceremonies. I should have, or we should have. But the idea was, it's California State Championship, Golden State. So we do everything based on geographical. So each trophy is of that region. So if you connect each round, it's going to make the state on your wall. You can hang it on your wall. It's a good few feet tall, and it's this whole state of California. And obviously we just had the first round. So each one's got, like Northern California up here, we've got the mountains and the lakes. And then Sonoma is the vineyards, and they're all the same. Besides, we'll have some different sponsors on each one. But it's just something different, and they've got a little notch out to where it is a puzzle, so they connect. So you don't, if you hang it on your wall, whatever.
If you win all the rounds, you're gonna have the state, right?
Correct. Yeah, and it's motivation too. It's like, hey, do all the rounds. If you want to connect that state of California, you got to do all the rounds. Cool. You got a podium. If you podium, you can connect the state. They're not different sizes and all that crap. I don't like that. It's like top three, you get the same size trophy. It just says first, second, third, and you can connect the state of California. So it's just something different. And Bronson's a stud on computers. I don't even know how to work a computer. So
we know.
Yeah, I mean, I still have Hawkmazada at AOL.com. Right?
Yeah.
But Bronson's been so helpful. He's the young guy of the group, and he helped design all that with the trophies and the graphics, and he's a stud with all that. So really cool. He did the Golden State Championship logo. I told him what I wanted, and he did it. He designed it. Pretty awesome.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, that is cool.
That's cool. Well, this has been a great show, guys. Dude, like, man, I wish you the best of luck at the next round, dude. And dude, also wish you best of luck at Daytona.
Thank you.
Because you got to go. Like, not everybody knows, but Hawk is riding the XSR 900 thing.
MTO9. Yeah.
MTO9. I thought it was XSR.
MTO9. It'll be a better year. I'm excited about it. I'm really excited.
Same engine.
Yeah, it's the same bike, same engine, but different bike. I've got. I think it's going to be good. I had one test on it at Chuckwalla, and I've not really been at Chuckwalla. It's not my track. I'm not fast there, and it's promising. We were definitely close to where I want to be with the fastest guys, and there's a lot more to do with the bike and motor work, and we better be competitive. I need to. Last year I was not happy with how I did last year, so I got to step it up. And Daytona, it is. It's like if you can be in the lead group, then you have a chance of winning. So got to step it up and get comfortable being uncomfortable. If I got to throw it down the road, throw it down the road. This might be the last year of racing for Hawk, man. I'm getting old.
Dude, he says that every year. Just a heads up. I've heard him say that to me like at least 1 million times in the last 10 years.
If the opportunity is there, I would love to do it. I'm just blessed to be still doing it. What it is it keeps me relevant, though. It really keeps me sharp, and when I get off the track, I can take all that I just learned and apply it and help others.
Yeah.
So
that's cool, man.
It's around the corner. Hopefully you get to see you guys, or maybe Ryan at Apex, and very thankful. Everyone is very thankful you guys showed up. I tell you, they really were stoked. I mean, there's a lot of people like, dude, that was so cool. I got interviewed. And so a lot of people will be hopefully watching this and looking for your videos. And
it's going to be a minute because there's so much of it.
I know.
What is it, like 2 terabytes of video? It's like, okay, dude, let's go.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I got to send you guys.
You know what?
You got the eye hat. I got to send you guys Trackhouse shirts of mine.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
We appreciate you jumping in and talking crap with us on a Wednesday night for over an hour. Appreciate that. And again, appreciate the access, like go anywhere you want, just wear a vest and stay out of the impact zone, like that kind of freedom. for dudes like us is pretty cool.
Amazing. Yeah.
And you know what, man? Thanks to you guys for like, being part of this thing that we're doing. And I'm looking forward to doing another one. I want us 3 to get together with Hawk and do that camp thing, because that sounds like a riot and torturous at the same time.
It's going to be fun.
And appreciate everybody in the audience for watching this crap. If you like what you're seeing here, make sure you like and subscribe and share. And like Ryan always says on his thing, mash all the buttons. And yeah, I guess we'll catch you guys on the next one. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks, you
Right
guys.
on, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. All that.
Cheers,
and
guys.
then I end it.